What's going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and man, bravo Sony. That was one heck of a press conference. Now, I'll be honest, there were a couple times during that press conference where I was like, man, this could go either way. You know, could be good, could be bad, but they hit some high notes during it. And when I say high, I'm talking like high notes. And ended with a bang. And at the end of the conference, I was just like, wow. Wow. So good job, Sony. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to give you guys my reactions and takeaways from Sony's press conference at E3 2015. And one of the biggest things that they showed at this conference was something that they opened up with, and that is The Last Guardian. And this is huge. I mean, this is a big time announcement. This is a game that's been in development for, I think, almost 10 years, so almost a decade. It's been shown several times at E3, it's been delayed over and over and over, and it's been kind of one of those games where people are just asking, is it ever going to come out? I mean, it's practically another Half-Life 3. But they showed off the game, they showed us a nice long demo, the game looked beautiful, I was very surprised by that, and a lot of people are stoked about this game. And if you guys don't know, these are done by the makers of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. And I gotta be quite frank with you guys, I've not played either one of those games, so I don't fully understand the hype for this game, but I'm so excited that they announced it, and I'm so happy that we got to see this, because I know how much this game means, not only to PlayStation, but to PlayStation fans. I would say the only downside of the showing was that they gave us a generic release window of 2016. And that's kind of a bummer, because it's kind of like, yeah, we've seen that before, so we'll believe it when we see it. Hopefully they come through in 2016 and we finally get this game, and I'm intrigued by it. I definitely want to give this one a go. The next takeaway was a pleasant surprise, and they announced a brand new IP from the makers of Killzone Guerrilla Games called Horizon Zero Dawn. And this game is really interesting because they showed a trailer / demo, and it started off with this tribe, kind of a primitive tribe where they use spears and bow and arrows, and then they showed the main protagonist, which is a female, so we're keeping with that female trend of 2015 protagonists, which is awesome. I'm all for that. And then she's going hunting, and she's hunting dinosaurs, but not just any dinosaurs, robot dinosaurs. Then she gets into this battle with these robot dinosaurs, then it ends up in this giant boss battle with a huge robot dinosaur. She's shooting her bow and arrows, she's moving around, and she blows it up, and it was just insane. And it looks like this is set in here on Earth, but there's a bunch of robots, and she's even like, what are these robots doing here? And as I'm watching all this go down, I'm like, what the heck am I watching? This is insane. But the game looked gorgeous, it ran smooth, the gameplay looked fun, and I'm happy to see a brand new IP coming to PlayStation. And I'm really happy that it's not Killzone. Not that I love Killzone, don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic franchise, but it's nice to see Guerrilla Games and PlayStation move away from that, give that a rest. Let's try something new. And it was great. It was really cool. Now, another big showing, which should come as no surprise, was No Man's Sky. And you guys know I'm very excited for No Man's Sky. But this showing was a little odd because Sean Murray, the head developer who shows off the game at these big conferences, seemed very unenthusiastic, kind of lackluster, lacked energy, and it almost seemed as Sony forced him to show this game again at E3. Nonetheless, it was a cool showing, and they showed off the scale of this game, which they've talked about over and over and really drilled it into our heads, but it was crazy seeing it. And what he did is he started on the planet, hopped in a ship, went into space, then he pulled up the map and just started showing off stars. You'll see here that he zoomed out and you see all these stars, and he said all of those stars are suns, and around all of those suns are planets, solar systems full of planets. And then he kept zooming out and you saw more and more stars. I mean, literally just like looking up into stars, and all of those have tons of planets around them. I mean, the galaxies within galaxies. And he kept zooming out, and I'm just like, holy crap, this game is huge. This is insane. I mean, literally, I was jaw on the floor in shock at how big this game. Now, one of the things that kind of stuck with me that he said was that you could play this game for the rest of your life, and you will never explore every single planet. And I'm just like, what? That's crazy. This game is huge. It's extremely ambitious, and I'm very excited for it. The only thing, there were a couple drawbacks though to the showing, was that one, we didn't get a release date. He still said coming soon. The other thing was that we didn't see that core gameplay. We still haven't seen it. He showed us a couple things. He shot some of the planet, and then these sentinel robots were coming after him, and he kind of just ran away and swam away into the water. But we still don't know what we'll mostly be doing. But I'm hoping we'll see more at Gamescom this year. Another really awesome game that they showed off that really caught my eye was Firewatch. And this is a game where you play in first person, and you play kind of like a park ranger who is in a tower all by yourself in the middle of a forest, and your only point of contact is with a radio with this lady who's presumably at base camp. And she gives you orders, you go around, you're doing things in the forest and checking wires and doing all that foresty stuff. But then things get weird. And the trailer ended with a cliffhanger, which was really awesome, but there's an eerie aspect to this game that is really drawing me in. I'm very excited for it because the game looks beautiful, and it kind of has almost a cartoony feel to it, kind of like that Wind Waker art style. I mean, it's a beautiful looking game, but it has a darkness to it, and it's all about exploration and figuring out what's going on, and I like that. I love games like that. And this game is coming first to PlayStation 4, which is spectacular, and it's definitely one that's moved up on my watch list. Now, probably one of the biggest highlights from Sony's press conference was they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake. And not just a port, I mean, we're talking a legitimate remake for Final Fantasy VII. And this is huge. I mean, the crowd was cheering, the internet blew up, everyone was so excited, and they showed off a CG trailer that didn't really show any gameplay. They just showed it, presumably what the cutscenes are going to look like, and man, it looked gorgeous. And this really excites me because Final Fantasy VII is a game that's near and dear to me. It's a part of my childhood, and it was really one of the first JRPGs that captured me, and I played all the way through. And it's a game that I would definitely play through again because it's a miraculous story, and it was one of those games that really taught me that video games can have amazing stories. It was one of the first ones to do that for me, so this was a special announcement, and I'm so happy that they did it. So again, kudos Sony, that spectacular stuff there. Now, one of the more surprising announcements was the fact that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was at Sony's press conference. That's right, Sony's press conference, not Microsoft's. Call of Duty came out and said they are now partnered with PlayStation to be the premier platform for Black Ops 3, and that's exciting. They got to show off some co-op, they also got to show off multiplayer for the first time, and I'm excited for all the PlayStation fans that over the years had to wait for delayed DLC because of that exclusivity with Xbox One. This is really cool. Now, the last major takeaway from Sony's press conference was they showed off Uncharted 4. Not a huge surprise here, but the demo was awesome. Now, this demo to me just felt like pure Uncharted. Started off with Drake and Sully just doing their thing, then all of a sudden they're getting shot at, they're shooting people, then there's a huge car chase scene, and it ends with a bang. It was crazy. Now, the thing that I loved about this demo was that it felt 100% like Uncharted, and the Uncharted we know and love. It was Drake and Sully doing their thing, then all of a sudden they get shot at, they're returning fire, then there's this huge car chasing scene where they got to show how big these maps and levels really are, because it looked like there was multiple pathways you could take to get to your destination, where it had a crazy ending to that trailer. And at the end of that trailer, I was just literally like, wow. It was incredible and looked gorgeous. And that's one of the things I'm wondering, how does Naughty Dog make this game look that good? It looks amazing. I mean, it is a beautiful looking game, incredible graphics. The way Sony ended with that trailer, it was just like a little reminder like, hey guys, this is why you bought the PlayStation 4. Just want to remind you, don't forget us. And they ended with a bang, mic drop. Holy crap, it was incredible. Overall, I think Sony put on a heck of a press conference, and talk about hitting some high notes with The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy VII Remake, things that gamers have been asking for so long. It was really exciting to see all of that, and it was full of games. They barely spent any time talking about anything other than games. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. Overall, I thought Sony put on a great press conference. Lots of focus on games, a little bit of focus on some of that other stuff, but mostly huge game announcements, especially with The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was very impressed, and this has just been an insane day. So let me know what you guys thought about Sony's press conference. Anything you're excited for, down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know with a like, and if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I got a lot of great gaming things heading your way. Until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online. Hey guys, don't forget about Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and hit that button down below.